Good afternoon, YouTube. This is your man all the way, George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk, comes to you live on YouTube. Anyway, this is another episode of my silicone free. This is volume number 9, and I have here two ladies from the physique division who have not been to the wheel of silicone. I have here one Miss Katie Lee and one Miss Valentina Mishna. And this is a battle of what I would consider East versus West. As you know, Kaylee is an American physique competitor, and Valentina is from the country of Russia. And these ladies have been in the game for quite some time, and both very impressive physiques. I follow them, both of them on social media, and they just have just like I would say like two bookends, in the physique divisions. They are in ways they are different, but there's so much in ways similar. And like I say, you start off with a basic pose. As you know, when women's physique, they only have five mandatory poses, because the fact is that as you know, field bodybuilding is supposed to be like men's bodybuilding. And in women's physique, they have fewer poses, two fewer poses, because of the fact that they want it to be more a feminine look to them. So this is a basic starting pose, and both of them have a great look to them, they have an amazing bodies. Like I said, I really have become of kind of a slow fan of female physique. So next up is I was able to find a front lat spread. I didn't know a lat spread is not too common in women's physique competitions because it's not one of the mandatories. I think it's basically, it's not really so much as a mandatory compared to some of the other poses. But here I have to really give this one here to Katie Lee. Katie is pretty impressive. I mean, you can really see her lats here compared to Valentina. Now here is the uh, front double bicep. As you know, with women's physique, they do that with the open hand. It's supposed to be more as a more relaxing, more feminine, less masculine compared to women's bodybuilding when they do theirs with the clenched fist. And here, if you really can see the detail of the muscles and the biceps and the shoulders, I'll have to give this one to Katie Lee. Katie's pretty impressive. She has a great body, great physique. You know. So next up is rear double, and this is a rear double back. And you really look at the back and the detail of it, and I think I would give this one here to Valentina. I think honestly, I can see Katie has a good back, but I think I can see more detail in Valentina's back compared to Katie's. I mean, she really pushed out the muscle compared to Katie Lee on this one. And here is the side chest. Now the side chest is different from female bodybuilders, as you know. I said before, female bodybuilders, they do theirs comparison to the males, and this here is more. You really see detail with women's chest because these two ladies do not have breast implants, which means you can see more of the definition, the styration in the chest. And here, I think I really would give this one here to Katie. I think Valentina, she got her arms a little too high, and Katie, she's a little lower, so we can see the chest a lot more compared to Valentina's. And here is a tricep, and I have to give this one to Valentina. I think Valentina is really pulling out her muscles on this one. Katie looks a little bit, not as much definition you can see in Katie Lee's, but Valentina can really see the upper around the upper shoulder. We see how it cuts right up in there. You can really see. She really got a pump on her. And here we have his ab shot, and you see more details. You see how Katie Lee's is more sectioned off compared to Valentina's. I think maybe I don't know if this was maybe not her best ass shot. I was trying to find a real better one, but it's like this one probably was the best one I could find with Valentina. But this one with Katie Lee was pretty good. I think Katie has some great abs, great abdominals, amazing abdominals. And it's just basic. There's a basic little pose, And both these ladies, I think they're attractive. Katie Lee has that girl next door look to her, and Valentina has that sultry, um, Eastern European look to her. I mean, and that's what it is. Is that classic East versus West, Russian versus America. The all American girl versus the Russian beauty. And here these ladies are just amazing muscle development. And this, I think this talked to possibly, because Valentina competed at the last year's Olympia, and she didn't do too well. I think she was able to. I'm not sure. I forget how she placed. I think she did make the top 10. I'm not sure which number. Or maybe she makes it a little lower, but let's talk that she might be pushed to going to bodybuilding this year. And Katie, she didn't compete last year. No, I follow her on social media. She has been doing some BJJ tournaments, and she's really she's into mixed martial arts. I think she won a tournament where she's amazing. I think one thing is she might have to lose a lot of muscle because if she's gonna do something like tournament like that, she can't be too muscular because it takes a lot of blood to work all of that muscle. And here's just a basic bicep. And I have to give this one to Katie. Katie has she has impressive arms. Now I'm not saying Valentina's no slouch, but Katie Lee she is built. That's why I think that they might possibly push these two to bodybuilding eventually. Here's the glute shot. And here I had to give one to Valentina. You can really see the details of the gluteus maximus compared to Katie Lee. I was trying to find a great picture of Katie Lee to compare really to Valentina's, but this was the best one I could find. And really with Valentina, you can see how the cut and styration in her glutes compared to Katie Lee. And they both have amazing bodies. Like I said, Katie has a great set of abs. Valentina has a great physique. I mean, they just have a look to them. I mean, you know, like I said, like I said, people don't think female women who are in the sport of bodybuilding are attractive, but they are attractive women. If you just really look at them sometimes. They're just like I said, they're like bookends. They're in the sport. They're like bookends. They're like, they're maybe in some ways they're different, but there's some similarities if you can see it. And they have a great future in the sport. They just, either physique or bodybuilding. And, like I said, I've been becoming a kind of a fan of female physique the past year or so. I mean, there's some great women in the sport. And a lot of them, like I said, are pushing up to go into bodybuilding. Some I've seen some bodybuilders are going down to physique. And I see that there's a good chance that um, Katie Lee and Valentina are going to probably get pushed up. But they have a great physique, a great look to them, amazing bodies. Katie Lee, the girl next door, look to her. Valentina does these, classic, you know, Eastern European look of her. I mean, and both in their own rights are great competitors. I remember one time I saw Kaylee was doing like interviews. I think it was at the Tampa Bay Pro about 2019, I think it was. And I think that was the year that Valentina won. And side by side of they're pretty impressive women. I mean, I think they're about the same height. And she was talking to Kaylee was talking to Valentina, and they haven't competed against each other. I don't think they have competed against each other yet. But a possibility. That was something to see. That was something interesting to see how they do against each other in a show. So, like I said, whenever we see Kaylee, I'm not sure certain if Kaylee's gonna be competing this year. Maybe I think she's really focused on her BBJ career. Valentina most definitely I know because I know she did an interview with my man AJ over at Female Bodybuilding Channel, and she's been stuck here in the United States because of everything that happened, pandemic, and she often comes on Instagram and she does cardio or workouts, and she's really serious about the sport. And I think there's a good chance we're gonna see her compete. She might even probably make the Olympia this year. So what you think? If there's possibility, who's your favorite? Do you prefer the All American girl, uh, uh, Katie Lee, or you are more of the Eastern European beauty, Valentina Mishna? So just tell me what you think. Put it in the comment section. It's your man, Oliver George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk. Like, don't subscribe, don't subscribe. I'm out.